Yeah, you gotta watch out. Cause that's how it goes. The most beautiful day in the world. So I got some progress reports, beautiful peoples, incredible souls living amongst this most incredible moment of our experience here. It's wild. So as I'm sharing a little bit about the technology that's available and that is public at the moment, I mean, you could put a little bit of your imagination together and see, like, yo, if this is what they're showing, just imagine what they're not. So it's beautiful that we can do something like we're doing now to get to this point, right? So we could use the technology, we could use the AI in such a way where it's sort of hand in hand. It's not going away. It's here. Boom. That's it. And it seems like this is what's happened over and over and over again as far as the game goes. We get to this point and then and perhaps we've made some mistakes in the past, previous civilizations and all that. They just disappeared. Where did they all go? It just vanished. So we have, from the previous lessons, why would they go and wipe all that stuff and, hide these things from museums and go through all these efforts to put false information, not only in the museums, history books, but every single classroom. And when you look at the way a parasite works, it harvests its host energy, and that's what it pretty much appears to be coming down to. I don't entirely know, and I don't fully comprehend all of it, but I know that we have the ability to create, and with that ability, like, let's create something incredible. Like, let's create something incredible, because man, every single day could be a dream for everyone. I mean, we could all be like obstacle courses, training, all these different trades and different awesome things that we could be building up. You see, at the video games, they come through those video games. Man, put on a virtual reality, put on the goggles, and we're gonna go on a class trip. They tried to do that with the school, with the kids. We was like, nah, I'm not gonna start encouraging them to go into virtual reality. That's crazy. Like, kids go to class and it's like, all right, kids, we're gonna go on a class trip today. Everybody put your goggles on and let's go to the park. It's like slowly getting people to the point where there's no actual physical interaction. And we've seen that in like sci-fi films like Demolition Man in the future, what it's like, because we can't get close to each other. I might spread germs on you, so you're going to have to be artificially inseminated, and we could have a virtual experience wearing these pleasure suits. I mean, it's really ridiculous, and it takes a whole lot out of the human experience, and also free will. Like, what happens when everything is completely monitored by some sort of worldly force? Everything is already completely monitored, but from a higher level, from us, we're monitoring everything. Your eyes are recording everything. Supposedly the brain absorbs 5 to 7 quote unquote facts per moment. Somewhere I read that 5 facts every moment. Like, okay, like the tree is hard, the bark is whatever, this color, the grass is soft, the ground is here, my foot, like, all this is happening every single moment. The mind is adjusting to its environment, and the heart beats average 50 to 70, something like that, 50 to 70. And you see a lot of pop songs, they mimic these things and they go in unison. You get these songs that play in your head over and over again. And it's a whole bunch of really, really beautiful things happening. On the opposite side of that, because we're becoming aware of it. So for me, that's beautiful. People are waking up. People are saying, hey, You know, this don't really make sense. So a video, 14-year-old kid, he goes to work and he starts asking questions. He goes, so this is what you guys do? Like, this is stressful. This is whack. You do this every day, and then hold on, you get this much taken out your account, and then out your pay, whatever. And you gotta wait for 30 years or something like that, and like nah, man, this ain't working. This ain't working out for me. So what can we do to change that? Every one of us is doing whatever we can, with our lives to get by. Some people are thriving, living beautifully. They got the rules down. There's rules to this place. And when you go against the rules, the game goes kind of against you. And you can see that in a film like The Matrix, for instance. It's crazy. Like a whole room of people, if you start talking about things that they're not really asking to hear or prepared to hear or listen to, for that matter, you just see like this whole thing, like agents, like the agents. Like if you're not one of us, you could potentially be one of them type of thing. So whatever. I'm not saying I'm one of them or the opposite side, but you could kind of see sometimes when you're talking about stuff, all of a sudden it's a particular topic and everyone has the same sort of belief on that topic. They all start defending it, whether it's beneficial or not. They all sit by and they'll be willing to sacrifice their life for their belief in something, and they won't even question whether it makes sense or not. It's just a masses thing. The masses are doing this is what's trending. And whatever. We talk about the artificial intelligence and the robots and the technology and the way we could use these things to improve our life in a place like the Moga and many other places like the Moga that will be built all over the world. The 9-to-5, day in, day out, work week idea is going to change. It's going to change. There's no question about it. It's going to change. Because when I spent most of my time in the city, or living on the city, being on a train in the morning, how many people with these faces? It's New York. It's crazy. Having that experience. That's a lot of people. Just waking up every day, getting up every day, and going to do something that they're not particularly thrilled to do. They feel like they have to do it. Because if they don't, they can't pay rent. And they can't pay rent, they're going to be out on the street. If they're out on the street, there's all this fear-based bullshit. But that's going to change too. That's going to change too. Mark my words, that'll change. Because it's not creating loving experiences. It's not creating this beautiful energy. And if it's not in alignment with universal energy, it's not going to be here. That's all I got to say about that. So check out the website, fable-publishing.com. Mission2Moga, now available. Flipbook, audiobook for your enjoyment. And the Animogul coming soon in the flipbook, audiobook version. But you can pick that up on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Kobo Scribd, Baker & Taylor, and many other places. I love you. Peace. Have a most incredibly beautiful day. The sun is shining and the weather is sweet. Makes you want to move. I love you. Peace.